Hey, what's going on? You know what I was just thinking about? Fortune favors the brave. Yep, I think that's a FTX exchange, some kind of little theme or something with Matt Damon. But hey, anyway, I just want to welcome you to this amazing Super Saturday for SAFIR Global, our business overview for the week. I want you to take some time, shut down everything else, and just observe the presentation. It's got all the details. I'm talking about from the business overview of the main program, some of the additional things that are going on. You do not want to miss this. So awesome. So awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gail. And I know that your team totally appreciates what you do from a leadership perspective and definitely full of support. All right. So let's kick this off. We are here because of this amazing opportunity. And obviously, somebody thought enough of you to invite you to check this out. If you're a veteran seasoned in this particular program, thank you for being here. If you're new, this is your first time checking out this particular presentation, thank you for being here. Yes, there are disclaimers. Normally they are 2 pages long. Well, guess what? Today you get a treat. I'm going to read this to you. Disclaimer on limitation of liability. These internal working materials are exclusively intended for information purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I am not an investment advisor. I am not in any official capacity telling you where to put your money. What I am doing is letting you know that there are risks associated with crypto assets. All investments carry inherent risks. Be sure and do your due diligence and research before investing in, buying, or selling crypto assets or related products and services. It is totally up to you what you do, but I do emphasize that from my personal experience and probably from a lot of people on the call, this is an amazing opportunity. Zeniq Technologies has their own blockchain. So Zeniq really is one of those companies that have taken it to a whole nother level. They have created a way that they don't need to go outside of their organization in order to scale and move the fourth industrial revolution along and benefit others all the way to the top. And so with their own blockchain, that gives them that type of access and helps us as SAFIR Global members benefit from it as well. Some of the advantages of having your own blockchain is one, it's the safest and fastest method to transfer and store data. It's essential for the protection of all data. Blockchain as a decentralized protocol for transactions between parties. So you don't really have to ask for permission. You can send something direct between, peer to peer. It captures every transaction transparently, and it's very effective, cost efficient, and it is fast. So that's a benefit, and that's just very, 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 high level benefit of the blockchain. This is going to become very important as you go through the presentation with me. And you'll see why we started off to just give you a foundation of, hey, this is really based on the blockchain because everything in the ecosystem is supported by the blockchain. All right. And so real quick, I'm going to go ahead and, all right. So I don't like not being on camera when I'm speaking. All right. So blockchain tech is some of the next generation products that Zeniq Technologies provides, and SAFIR Global is the marketing arm for Zeniq Technologies in this particular business. Energy tech and health tech are 3 of the categories that the company provides products and services. Zeniq Technologies is the next generation of crypto and fiat payments. This is a multi-trillion-dollar market that they have, created opportunities for. They have, like I said, when we talk about blockchain tech, energy tech, health tech, this is part of that industry that we have been pretty much allowed to really participate in because of the power of SAFIR Global connection with Zeniq Technologies. Just a reminder, there is a Zeniq white paper. I wanted to kind of get that out of the way right up front. Some people out there may or may not really be concerned with where the company is going, what's their roadmap, what's a lot of their product and services, how did they build this organization, you know, what's their mission. That white paper really details a lot of things. And as you go along, a lot of the questions that come up are answered in the white paper, actually. So if you're interested in really diving in a little bit more to see what Zeniq Technologies is really about, then I would definitely say go to the website zeniq.com, download that white paper, and you can get a really good picture of the power of this particular organization. The digitalization of the world. So we're talking about companies that are involved with digitalization, blockchain technology, and tokenization. These three elements, these will be the winners in the future, right? Now, when we talk about Zeniq Technologies is centered to the program. Now, just so you remember, SAFIR Global is the marketing arm. Zeniq Technologies is the product and services part. Right. And so Zeniq Technology addresses digital concerns with solutions that safely interact with the old and the new. And so you have a company here that has created a way that gives you simple and uncomplicated access to the crypto world. It gives you maximum protection of your digital assets. It's legal. It works with third-party, agencies and businesses and different projects. It gives you an easy fusion between the crypto world and the existing financial world. There's asset accumulation. This is one of the best parts of the program. A lot of times you look at different opportunities, but what really is the value in the opportunity? And you're like, okay, what are we doing here? What's my objective? And so if you're here to earn an extra income or just, learn a lot more about blockchain technology and be with one of the leading companies out there for that technology, you're absolutely in the right place, because asset accumulation is you purchase one time and then you're going to be able to mint your actual cryptocurrency into your back office for the duration, right? And these actual master nodes have been rated to run between 15 and 20 years, right? So you pretty much have a place that you can get a long-term investment opportunity on top of there's additional bonus benefits in the short term as well, right? So we are really connected to a decentralized operation and a $1 trillion market. And that's because of the tokenization that they are creating so many new opportunities for. And we're going to hit on some of those as we go through this presentation. So Zeniq Technologies is located in the Dubai International Finance Center, right? That's an area within Dubai. There's an area called Daymac Park Towers, those two towers that you see, and they are in building 114. So they tell you, hey, here we are. This is our location. You can come by and visit, set up an appointment. So they're not hiding. They're not, just some online project. They are literally a legit business that's running, registered, ready to go right there in Dubai. We will talk a little bit about the hub. We'll talk about the debit card as well. So Zeniq Technology is a little background here. They want to enable everyone in the world to improve financial freedom with ease and secure access to blockchain technology. They started out in Austria in 2018, had an idea. 2019, they was trying to get some funding. 2020, trying to get some funding. Guess what happened? Yes, COVID happened. So ran into some problems, couldn't, get the movement that they wanted. One of the leaders was in Dubai doing some other work. Talked to the CEO now CEO of Zeniq, and says, hey, I think we can get some traction here in Dubai. And hey, guess what? They showed up, they made it happen, got it off the ground. And May 24, 2021, they got their certificate of incorporation, meaning they're regulated, by the actual bodies that regulate companies in Dubai. And so they're right there in Dubai at the location that I just mentioned. And so if you ever go there, you can definitely see that it is a real company. And I know that's a fresh change from a lot of things that we see these days. So a little bit more about the Zeniq Technologies. This at the time this slide was developed, There were 25 people in Dubai. Now they actually have more because they're moving to new offices, sometime this year. They said before the end of the year, and obviously they have, they've grown out of their current space. So they probably have more than 25 employees, 50 developers. So they got developers around the globe. If you've been around for a while, they had the ZenCon event. And with that event, they acquired, more interested parties to help with the developing and coding and all that good stuff on the blockchain and Smartchain. So I'm sure that number has risen as well. Progressive Growth, His Highness Sheikh Saeed is a strategic partner, supporter of the program. SAFIR Global, obviously, we are the marketing arm and a strategic partner. So one of the key elements here, the Emirates of Dubai, they want to be the first city with 100% of its services running on blockchain technology. So it's really cool. This was just something that I threw in. Like I said, based on questions that I've gotten over time, I just kind of answered them along the way. So this is from the DIFC website. So if somebody really has a heartburn over, what and who is Zeniq Technologies, are they regulated? Are they a financial company? Is really His Highness Sheikh one of the chairmen on the board? Yes, all of that is right there at the website. So if you want to take a picture of that, if you want to research it, totally up to you. But that information is available publicly. So there you have it. 360-degree ecosystem. Let's talk about what is Zeniq Technology doing different? What are they doing that really, really helps them to stand out amongst the crowd? They have the Zeniq Hub, first of its kind, pretty much the best of its kind. A lot of people are still waiting for the delivery of those hubs, but the people that have gotten them have made videos. So you kind of see people pretty excited about having that hub. I'll talk a little bit more about the hub here in a second, but there's a Zeniq Hub. It's kind of like a tablet, a digital asset manager, like a iPad or something like that. But it is something that helps to mint your cryptocurrency, the Zeniq coins. And you have the Zeniq Swap that's coming, which is a decentralized exchange. You'll have the debit card, which is here. The Zeniq app is here. The staking is here on the Zeniq Smartchain, which is a cross-chain application. Layer 2 on the blockchain, that is active as well. NFTs, tokenization, and the soon-to-be decentralized exchange. So all of these moving parts, I'm going to tell you, the one thing that really, really is fascinating about everything you see right here, all of it plays into that cryptocurrency right in the middle. The Zeniq coin is receiving value from all of the surrounding parts of the ecosystem. And by the time I get to one of my last slides, you'll fully grasp why that's so important to the SAFIR Global members. So when we talk about the Zeniq blockchain, we really want to emphasize that that next level is the Zeniq Smartchain. It is live. Yes, it is. So if you're a coder, or if you're an IT guy or girl, or if you're a hacker, if you like playing with coding, then you can go to the Smartchain and you can go in there and tinker around if you so desire. That is available to you. Now, if you're like me, not something that you want to do. But it's good to know that they do have a live Smartchain, which is very rare in the industry. And for those that want to know, there are about 9 blockchain with a Smartchain in the industry. Now, there's about 16,000 cryptocurrencies out there, just so you know. So put it into perspective, there's only about 9 Smartchains out there, okay? And so that means most projects are borrowing from another blockchain, right? And so Zeniq Technologies, they took the template of the Ethereum virtual machine, but they took it and created their own from it. But what they did, which was very, very smart, so many people are utilizing the Ethereum virtual machine or the Ethereum blockchain or the Ethereum application. Instead of creating a whole different system, they took that same template and created the Zeniq blockchain. Why? Because now they can talk to each other. Okay. And so that's why Zeniq Technologies and their blockchain is able to go across all blockchains, whereas other blockchains can't do that, right? Ethereum can't do it. Tron can't do it. Obviously, Bitcoin can't do it. None of those can do that. But Zeniq's blockchain, when they create their decentralized exchange, will be able to accept all of those different particular blockchain cryptos. None of the other ones can do that. So that's why they decided to go ahead and take the template from the Ethereum virtual machine to create the Zeniq blockchain so they could cross over. Because if they would have just built it from scratch, that would not be happening, and it would cause just a whole nother challenge for them. So anyway, that's been a topic, throughout my days. People had a concern about, why they actually utilize the Ethereum blockchain template. So anyway, but that's just wanted you kind of to know that in case that question does pop up in your mind. All right. So just a little bit more about that. The system coins that Zeniq Technologies and the Zeniq coin and the Zeniq blockchain is compared to, because rightfully so, it's doing pretty much the same type of things that the Ethereum blockchain when it created Uniswap for the decentralized exchange. And then you have the Binance created Cake or Pancake Swap for that particular decentralized exchange. Those are the two top decentralized exchanges in the world. And they're doing billions, like literally trading billions a day. And so Zeniq comes along with their own blockchain, and they said, okay, you know what can we do different? And they said, we want to make the best, and where it was like nothing else out there. And so what they did was, one, created their own blockchain. Two, made it compatible with other blockchains, which Binance doesn't do that. Ethereum doesn't do that, but they add what they call wrapping in order to make that happen. And when you add the wrapping, you add costs, right? And everybody knows, if you've done anything with Ethereum, there's gas fees, and those fees can go up, they go down. It's just really, really outrageous sometimes. But over here, Zeniq, they actually created it, and they made the fees very, very low, like 0.01 euro cent low. You really can't get any lower than that. And so that's really how powerful that is. So there are so many advantages to what Zeniq's blockchain has incorporated. And so when they create that decentralized exchange and you really compare apples to apples, well, we can look at pricing, people, okay, well, how much is Zeniq coins going to be worth? Well, we know that Ethereum, from 2015 to 2021, it went from 68 cents to over $4,000 per coin, right? Because of Uniswap and some of the other projects. Binance, it went from in 2017 to 2021, what's that, about a four-year period, from 9 cents over to over $600 per coin. And so are we saying that that's going to happen with Zeniq? Have no idea. But what I can tell you is, compared to what they're doing and the level and the depth of the ecosystem around the Zeniq coin, it is very capable of doing something very similar. Let's say they do, I don't know, 20% of what Ethereum did, right? That might be $800. Let's say it does, 50% of what Binance did. That could be $300. So would it be okay to have a $300 Zeniq coin within the next 4 years? It's okay, right? So these are just some of the examples based upon very comparable system coins and comparable exchanges that can impossibly happen with this long-term possibility with the Zeniq opportunity. All right. So as I said, the Zeniq Hub is your access to that financial success that you're looking for, right? Zeniq Hub is an actual hardware physical device, and it does have a wallet where you can store cryptocurrency. Obviously it has touchscreen. It's a powerful machine. You can put all your digital assets. You can monitor your cryptocurrency. You can monitor any of the trades and things that you do through the decentralized exchange that Zeniq is bringing on. No KYC because you're the owner, nobody else. It is at the highest level of security. With that, you do have a master node. That master node is there to mint those Zeniq coins for you. And on top of that, when you add another node, which is very capable, then you get to create other tokens from that particular master node. And there are some tokens that are already available for us to do. All right, all questions at the end of the presentation. All right, so the Zeniq coin. So of course, we got the Zeniq blockchain, we got the Zeniq Hub. We definitely got to talk about the Zeniq coin. This is a real coin with real projects with real use cases. Now, real coin meaning virtual. I know virtual and real, two different things, but this is a real project with real cryptocurrency with an actual support system, put it like that. As we know and probably have experienced, there are cryptocurrencies out there amongst the 16,000 that mean nothing, have nothing, and do absolutely nothing. Right. And I'm not going to talk about Dogecoin or Shibu or none of that. That's not my place to do that. But if somebody says it's worth something, I guess people believe that. There's a limited number of coins is the first thing, right? You definitely don't want an unlimited supply of anything because that's how inflation creeps into any economy. So you have about 600 million coins that will be minted in this system. Huge appreciation potential because one, limited number of hubs, and you have a limited number of hubs with the limited minting power. And so you have halving process. So if you don't understand halving, real quick on halving, because I don't want to really go into too much detail on that. The halving process is annually and sales halving. So annual halving, it just means that the production is slowed down by half every year, right? With Bitcoin, they've been doing it every 4 years, where they give you a reduction in the blocks rewards. And so they do that every 4 years. With Zeniq Technologies, every year, they just reduce the production by half every year, but it's spread out over the whole year. So it's not like if you're getting 100 coins today and then you're going to get 50 coins, tomorrow. No, it's spread out over a whole year. And so it's a very slow process when it comes to that reduction. But that's necessary on top of the burning of the crypto, or the burning of the coins during the exchange process, during the swap process, during the staking rewards process. That's necessary in order to keep the coin price going up. How does that happen? Real simply put, supply and demand. That's really the essence of that. And so hopefully you can reach back into your your days of learning economics and understand supply and demand. And that's how the price continues to grow while the demand is high, but the reduction in the amount of coins in circulation. So that's really that halving process and coin burning process. The tokenization of Zeniq projects. So that's another level. And we'll talk about two projects that's already off the ground. As you can tell here, Zeniq Technologies has put the coin on Uniswap, on PancakeSwap, and they got it on LA Token. And so if you so desire to buy Zeniq coins, those are three places you can do that. Or you could just become a member and, hey, get them minted to your back office every day. The Zeniq app is another part of the ecosystem that is very valuable and will become more valuable over time. This is critical to the staking of some of what we call the AVINOC tokens, and we'll talk about that project as well. But it's an app, just like any other app. It's downloaded on your phone. But the other benefits, it does have actual crypto wallet. It does give you the ability, eventually they're going to give you the ability to like a what is it called, Apple Pay or Android Pay or something like that. You'll be able to purchase things at point of sale, and you can use your cryptocurrency to do that, and it gets paid in whatever that fiat currency is. So that's something that they're working on adding to the app. So whenever that happens, we'll be pretty excited to do that. But it will eventually also be paired with your Zeniq Hub or your Zeniq back office. So your Zeniq Hub or back office. Okay. So one of the things that we're looking forward to is being able to go right into our app and be able to see the coin production, right? So that's something else that they're looking to transfer right into that app. And so you'll be able to sync up your app with the back office, your account, and you'll be able to go ahead and see everything in your app just like you do in the back office. Now, I think some of us may have experienced that already. I know during a withdrawal, I had to actually scan that QR code and with my app in order to make that withdrawal. So they're already doing some things to connect, and that's just another level of security. You know, if that's your account, then you should be able to do those security features to get your withdrawals. So definitely a lot of security involved as well. So, but the Zeniq app is very critical to getting the maximum benefit from the staking of the partner AVINOC, those tokens with the AVINOC project. So you want to kind of keep an ear out for that when I get to the AVINOC portion of the briefing. The Zeniq debit card, it is something that's available in the back office. If you're in the EU, they've rolled it out to the EU first. And so we're not able to just get it right now, but I believe that they're going to have an international version of that sometime in the future. And then we'll be able to participate in getting one of the Zeniq debit cards. All right. Yes. So to sum it up, this slide gives you kind of that picture of everything that I've talked about up to this point. And just to give you a little more elaboration on the Zunic Exchange. So there will be a decentralized exchange that is available just like the Uniswap, PancakeSwap, any decentralized exchange where you can go in and you can swap, Zeniq coins with other cryptocurrency. And so that's coming. You can trade all of that and low fees, the whole nine, no wrapping, just doing great trades and doing them at a very low fee. Now, all that happens, and we as SAFIR Global members, here's how we benefit from those transactions, because any of the fees that happen on that particular exchange, the Zunic Exchange, then their fees are going to indirectly impact on a positive side our coin value. So if we're holding, which if you're a member, you're holding a certain amount of Zeniq coins, and you continue to produce those Zeniq coins with your masternode or your hub, right? And so that's going on and on and on. Everybody wants to know, well, when will it get to a point where I can actually see that value at a high level? And so over time, it's going to increase. One of the ways that they're doing that is with the Zeniq Exchange. And so with that decentralized exchange, your 100% profit distribution of all profits generated by the decentralized exchange will go to the Zeniq coin holder, okay? And so what they're saying is, with the profits of the decentralized exchange, Zeniq coins are brought back from the exchange and they're burned, right? And this leads to indirect profit distribution to the coin holders. And so what it actually does, just like I said earlier with the supply and demand piece, when they burn these Zeniq coins, because the fees that are incurred are paid for by the burning of these Zeniq coins. And when that happens, then limited coins, high demand, right? And when demand goes up, then the price goes up. And so it's just a matter of time that we see that happening. And so that particular exchange is being developed. Obviously, there's testing and all that kind of stuff. But at a point, the latest that I've heard, and don't nail me to the wall on this, is the Zeniq swap should be maybe August, September timeframe. And so a lot of us are looking for that. A lot of us are waiting for that. But that was something that I heard from one of the regional directors, that maybe August, September timeframe we'll see that Zeniq swap come on board, which is a great thing. Similar to, like I said, the PancakeSwap or Uniswap. So you have the Zeniq swap, right? Based on the Smartchain. That was really the impetus of a lot of these other developments, was that Smartchain to go live. Now that it's live, now we're starting to see other things happen. And then by the end of the year, that decentralized exchange that Zeniq is looking to create should be coming on board. And then hopefully we'll see that, by early next year. So just so many great developments. I mean, there's been so much happening in 2022 that, my goodness, they got to save something for 2023. But hey, we're here. We're here. So that is the meat of the passive side of the opportunity. And so if you want to earn from the passive side, then here's how you get involved. And this is how you benefit from a lot of the things that I just talked about. The first thing is you need to figure out which coin package you would like to purchase in order to enter into the program, right? So from the Zeniq Hub 01, the 1998 euro that you see there on the screen, all the way through down to the 256X housing hub. Those have complete master nodes in there from 1 all the way to 256, right? And the difference from 1 all the way to 256 is if you want higher performance from your hubs, then you'll buy the 2X, 4X, 8X, 16X, and so on and so forth. And so if you want to get started with a Zeniq Hub, that housing hub, the €14.99, then that one does have the actual minting power from the Zeniq master node. That master node will mint you Zeniq coins, right, on a continuous basis for up to from 15 to 20 years. And so since a year has already went by, then okay, up to 19 years. And then you have the 2X hub. So if you want 2X the performance power of the minting hubs, then that particular product is available. If you want 4X the power of that minting hub or the master nodes performance, then you can go with the 4X, and you can just take that all the way up to 256. And so you'll see, obviously, the more power, then the more production and more value come back to you. Now, if you are not able to do that and you just want to get started with a fraction of a hub, then you can start with a half, a quarter, 1/32, 1/16, 1/8. Those are available as well. All right. So at the end of the day, you just want to get back with the person that invited you. If you got any questions about how to get started, they can definitely go over this slide with you, tell you, the benefits of each, and hey, boom, go ahead and dive right in. Like I said, based on my personal experience, being in the program for about a year, a little bit over a year, I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of great things happen. A lot of things were discussed just like any other company. When you first start out, you talk about where you want to go. You talk about some of the things you want to do. Well, I'm happy to say that a lot of people can't stomach a startup, right? And so everybody that's coming in now, you're coming in at a point where everything is pretty much in place, and you're just diving right in, and you're on the train, and the train is moving. We were in the point where the train was developing. And so it was a little challenging, but guess what? There's always benefit if you can weather the storm, right? And so we did go through some bumps and bruises, but we see the things materialize that they talk about. And so I'm here to tell you, there was a lot of things that was talked about, and guess what? Those things have come to fruition. They have done what they said they would do, and they continue to do that. And I'm very, very excited to continue providing these presentations because I believe in what they're doing from yesterday, today, and definitely into the future. So if you're really looking for something solid, if you've watched this kind of grow over time and you just hadn't dove in, look, the time is now, right? Because of the developments, you want to get in. And I'm going to tell you one of the better reasons why you want to get in, because of the new strategic corporations. One, AVINOC. So you heard me talk a little bit about AVINOC. Okay, so AVINOC is aviation network operation chain, basically aviation on the blockchain. So these guys did a presentation back in October of last year at our event in Dubai, and that's when we first heard about them, right? And then after a few months, I guess they, behind the scenes did what they need to do, come on over to the Zeniq blockchain and produced a great product called the AVINOC token. Now, for us, the AVINOC token was something directly related to, kind of the compensation part of, us doing business with SAFIR Global and any of their companies. But the other thing that they developed was something called the AVINOC token and the VOO platform, right? So the VOO platform is a product that's developed by the AVINOC, program. And that VOO platform, you can think of it as a Uber or Booking.com of the aviation industry. And just real quick, like I said, this is not going to go into a lot of detail about that particular marketplace application, but what this VOO platform is really designed for is to create an opportunity where if you want to book a private jet or a specialized flight, like a medical or something like that, or if you want to book some cargo and get it sent somewhere and that plane is going that direction, then this is the platform that they have created. What we found out there was no online platform to do that in 2022. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So, but yeah, if you go online now, you'll see that a lot of people are trying to do something similar. But when we first saw this, no, I was like, wow, I can't find anything out there like that. And so they created the VOO application to book those private jet flights. So they were the first ones that really do this. Back in 2018, they did a challenge with Lufthansa, and they got like third place in that. So really impressive what they've done. And so it's just a great, partnership with Zeniq, because this is one of those, top level, next level, advanced type technologies that they really wanted to incorporate, under the umbrella. And we benefit from it because we have the opportunity to stake the AVINOC tokens. And when somebody is using that particular AVINOC service, booking a private jet, obviously getting VOO miles, using VOO Pay, they got a VOO wallet. I mean, they have a really, really robust system there. Then that value of that cryptocurrency obviously will rise, and which impacts, one, the staking of the AVINOC tokens that we as SAFIR members have, but indirectly impacting the Zeniq cryptocurrency because of the partnership. So really, really powerful stuff there. There are staking rewards for holding the AVINOC crypto. And so this is a snapshot of a bigger presentation. And most of us, already are deep in it. But for those that just don't know about it, get with the person that invited you and really get into understanding why you need to have your blockchain tech, your hub, right? And you need to get your AVINOC tokens when you enter into the program so that you can maximize your opportunity and compensation from the program. All right. This is definitely one of those long-term pieces of the puzzle that will pay you for years to come. So that's just a snapshot. Definitely get with the person that invited you. They can explain all that to you. Moving on to Tupan. Tupan is the latest and the most talked about. I would say one of the most powerful token projects that I've seen in a very long time. And I think most people that have seen this and have witnessed this come, out through the Zeniq and SAFIR program will kind of agree that this is probably one of the most powerful token projects globally. Because of what I'm about to show you. So Tupan minting, be a part of saving the earth. That's one. So the question is, can investors save the Amazonia, right? Now they do go beyond Amazon, but this is really the start where they started it. Interesting enough, this is a green DeFi token with a cause, and it is very profitable. This is the first ever and only SEC regulated digital asset issuer in the USA. The future of environmental regeneration is in your hands. So Tupan is a token that humanity needs. Now, real quick, I'm not going to obviously read everything on here, but just to give you a highlight, Tupan currency is born to solve, simplify, and assertively the necessary transition to a regenerative and circular economy. So what do they mean? High level, and I'll talk about the owner, the founder, so you can kind of get a little more information about kind of his vision on this project and how it kind of connects with the Zeniq technologies. But Tupan is a token, and that token supports regeneration of the Amazon rainforest. So anytime those tokens are purchased, then in a DeFi system, decentralized system, then indirectly that impacts a plot of land in the Amazon, right? To repair it, to regenerate it, right? And you'll see that when CO2 certificates are purchased, then the actual, and you see on the right side here, the Forest Green LLC controls an investment fund for the Tupan token and use the Tupan tokens in this process, right? And so all of this is part of the Tupan project, right? So you have on one hand, you have the Amazon rainforest that's being, decimated because of big industries and climate change and pollution. And then you have the Tupan token through the Forest Green LLC investment fund helping to regenerate those plots of land. And guess what happens in all of that process? We start to earn profits on the back end while those CO2 certificates are being traded on the open market. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's really the essence of what our kind of connection to this project is. Instead of going detail, there's a whole presentation about it in the back office. You can definitely take a look at that and get a lot more detailed about it. But I just wanted to kind of give you that high level summary of what it means to the Zeniq SAFIR global members. All right, so blockchain and Tupan, planet and healthy. So when this is the most revolutionary technologies of the century, the most urgent demands of society. And so, like I said, they're really pushing the issue that how do we solve the problem of climate change? How do we solve the problem of, destroying the rainforest? And this is really one of those things. If you take the time to go through some of the blogs on the site, really get a good understanding of the backbone of this program, you'll start to feel some of the energy that goes into believing in this project. So the future of humanity is in your hands, in compliance with the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals. So it's really powerful. So this gentleman here, Mr. Ferrani, founder and CEO, so there's a project. You're like, okay, great. We got Tupan, we got AVINOC, we got Zeniq. Yes, this gentleman here behind this project, just to, real quick, to give you that level, he's a founder and CEO of a boutique investment bank, founder and manager of 5 investment funds that are all SEC regulated, founder of foreign exchange correspondent fintech in Brazil, creator of Tupan, the world's first and only ESG token with financial backing by Forest Green, which is duly regulated by the SEC, and Vision token, the world's first and financial leverage token. I mean, he knows what he's doing. At the end of the day, you have somebody that knows what they're doing. And so when you think about the movement of this particular project, you got a person that's, sitting at the level of the UN, understanding the SEC regulations and participating in an investment fund that's regulated by the SEC, then I think you'll understand why we are so excited about this project, specifically because the level of regulation, the level of, cryptocurrency being recognized at that level is really a powerful thing. This is the only one that's regulated at that level, just so y'all remember. So the Tupan Investment Fund is through the Forest Green LLC, and that's how the Tupan token is recognized. Now, there's a couple of things here that speak to this particular project and kind of, like I said, what it means to us as SAFIR Global members. One is the CO2 certificates for carbon trading on the world market, right? That's one piece of the puzzle. The other piece is that several companies hold 67 patents in this registration. So 67 patents. So here's kind of what those two kind of work together, and then multiple streams of revenue are really the direct effect of those two parts that I pointed out, right? And so just keep that in mind. And I'm gonna talk about the CO2 certificates in a minute, and those patents and why that's so important to the multiple streams that really deliver an impact to us as SAFIR Global members. Just real quick, if you want to know, 3.69 billion hectares of land out there is in flux, needs to be repaired. And so a lot of the funding is going back to help repair and restore that Amazon rainforest that's been affected by so many industries out there. All right. So no, I am by no means an expert on this topic, but for those that may follow these type of things, environmental, ideas and really passionate about it, then you may understand the CO2 certificates. They are traded certificates. How are CO2 certificates used? Well, just to give you, some idea, in the Paris Accords and the UN, type projects out there to reduce pollution across the globe, one thing they talk about is net zero emissions. And so they have to look at what countries are doing what, who's doing all the pollution and so on and so forth, which you'll see more about that on the next slide. But the only real takeaway on this one is the CO2 certificates are developing into one of the most sought after products worldwide. Why are they sought after so much? How are CO2 certificates even generated and created? When a company can't help but pollute the air, you can't stop an airline from, having exhaust coming out of the back of the plane. It's not going to happen. There's going to be pollution. So that airline purchases the CO2 certificates, and then the fund, which is that Forest Green LLC, the investment fund that utilizes the Tupan tokens, they actually are trading those certificates on the market. But at the end of the day, they're going to use that funding to purchase the Tupan tokens, which indirectly gets the land repaired or regenerated in the rainforest. So anyway, all that happens behind the scenes, but that is a quick synopsis of the connection between those particular parts. Which countries, you can, go to the UN site, and you can see all this information. But at the end of the day, here's what we want to take away from this. In the bottom right-hand corner, they talk about the global carbon credit market, which is the CO2 certificates, was valued at $211 billion in 2019. Because somebody may be asking, why is this so important? Why are we even in this market? Why does Zeniq even partner with the Tupan when they're all about climate change and environmental friendly and all that? Where is the money in that? Well, let's move on to, and is expected to reach $2,407 billion in 2027, right? That's at a 30% increase between 2020 and 2027. That's why so many people that know about this are trading CO2 certificates on the market. But guess what? Tupan, the token, Forest Green, the company, got involved in this because they saw an opportunity to help the rainforest, one, and then Zeniq Technologies partnered with them for two reasons. One, obviously to help the rainforest, I'm sure. And two, because they have something that nobody else is doing, one, regulated and recognized by the SEC. And so to bring that to us and be able to market that as part of the program, then obviously it increases the price of the coin, token, and coin. Tupan token goes up, Zeniq coin goes up. AVINOC token goes up, Zeniq coin goes up. I think you're starting to recognize the correlation between Zeniq and all their strategic partners and all their tokenization projects. At the end of the day, it is to bring more value to the Zeniq coin. So when I talk about purchase, then you want to purchase a package, get your hubs, create as many Zeniq coins as you can, because that's where the value is going to return to. With all of these projects and the ecosystem, the value is the increase in your Zeniq coins. That's what you want to take away from this presentation. There are some assumptions on the valuation that it could go over $12, in 12 months, but hey, that's just speculation. From the user's point of view, real fast, there's a pre-sale still going on. I am not really sure which week we're in, but I know that we're still over 100. You can still get additional minting of your Tupan tokens. And in the back office, there are places where you can purchase your Tupan add-on nodes. So you don't have to have a full node. or a full masternode in order to purchase the Tupan add-ons now. You did at first, but I just had to remember, no, that's already open up to where no matter if you have a quarter or a half, you know, you can purchase those Tupan add-ons, or they're just Tupan nodes now. You have the add-ons and you have the nodes. And so you can purchase that in the back office. So you can start minting those Tupan tokens as well, right? So you have that opportunity to do that as well. Okay. And this was originally, you had to have one masternode in order to purchase the Tupan add-ons. But now, like I said, you don't have to have that. You can purchase them individually. So what's the cost? And so for those that are purchasing anywhere from, if you have one hub all the way up to 256, then it's 998 euros per add-on. Okay. Now you got to have your actual Zeniq Hub, right? That's a separate from the slide previously. You have to have purchased, you get in the game first, then you can come back and purchase the Tupan add-ons. Or if you see down at the bottom where it says Housing Hub, it's got 132nd over there on the left. It's got, you know, the add-on down at the bottom, Housing Hub 01, right? You can purchase one add-on for $12.98. Okay. And then when you get into half, what's that? Half a Housing Hub, bottom right, 700 euros, and so on and so forth. So you can see all this in your back office. You know, so I just wanted to give you a highlight of the program, kind of how we got to the point of you know, having that Zeniq and Tupan partnership and AVINOC. So hopefully that gave you some understanding of, you know, what Tupan is and how it plays into the bigger picture and the program and what Zeniq Technologies is doing to just create a better environment for the SAFIR Global members. Every time they bring on a new project, it just provides more support to the Zeniq coin. And so as coin holders, it's just a matter of time for that coin to continue to increase. And I mean, think about it. We are, if you saw the, okay, just transparency. If you saw the Tupan site, they actually list packages on the site where investors can go in and purchase packages, right? We just happen to have the advantage of purchasing and minting. So, you know, if you say, oh man, I saw them on the site, I'm gonna go get mine over here on the site. It's just like buying stocks. You're gonna get it one time and that's all you're gonna have. But if you purchase it through this particular package, through the SAFIR Global membership, then you're going to get one for $9.98. But in addition to that, you're going to get to mint them continuously every single day, an average of 3,000 plus per month. As long as you get into the program, I think before August, you'll have the ability to mint at least 100, and the 110 is already passed, but at least 100 per day, the Tupan tokens. So yeah, the benefit is there. Like I said, you give it the person that invited you, they can break down a little bit more information to you, help you kind of decide where you want to be and how to get started and how to go ahead and, you know, make sure you have all the moving parts to really get a successful business off the ground. All right. So if that's enough information for you, then hey, I get it. It's a lot. But what I want to talk about is, if you are a team builder, if you're somebody that likes to share this information and you want others to benefit from this, then this part is for you. What we call it is recommendation marketing. In recommendation marketing, SAFIR Global is the actual marketing arm for Zeniq Technologies and related products and services. And so they have 3 levels within the recommendation marketing. And one is a unit level, they have a career bonus, they have the profit sharing pools. And like I said, you can see this in the back office, the Tupan minting package, you got the blockchain tech, health tech, all that's in your back office, okay? Now, as a team member and you want to go ahead and spread the word, then you can spread the word. You have people that are interested, they sign up, to purchase a package, you're gonna earn 10% based upon the package that they purchase, right? And so if that person decides they want to tell somebody else and spread the love, then you're gonna get 7% of what they shared with somebody else. All right. And it just goes on and on and on. Now, here's something that I don't talk about, but I want you to know. we all that's been in the game for some time know that everybody is not going to activate. Everybody's not going to, if you got 100% of your directs that have activated, I applaud you and I'm in awe of you. If not, do not fear, do not, fret, because what they say, and it says is over here in the print, that your first level is not level 1. Your first level is the first activated level, right? So you may get paid on 20 levels down because somebody in your 4th level is the first one that actually purchased a package in that line. Okay, so that's something that's very interesting that I had read, but I hadn't remembered to talk about it. And so if you have people that aren't active, but you have somebody beneath them that's active, that's your first level. The first active level is your first level, right? And so you may be seeing payments from, because I've seen payments that are way below the 15th level, and I was like, that's interesting. But that's the reason why, is because if you don't have active people up top, but there's people that signed up for some reason under them, then that first level is the active level, is your first level. So it could be 4 or 5 levels down if they actually had people that signed up and they never purchased a package. So just wanted you to know that. Now, when you do get active and you start to become very intentional about building your teams, you have at least 7 people signed up, you have at least 10,000 euros in volume, including your volume, then the company is going to pay you €300 bonus. When you have at least 12 people signed up and you have 20,000 minimum in volume and sales, they're going to pay you €600 bonus. When you have 100,000 in volume and sales, right, 100,000 euros, then the company is going to provide you a €3,000 bonus. That's your Sapphire level. When you hit double Sapphire, right, and you have 300,000 in volume, the company is going to pay you a €9,000 bonus. When you hit Black Sapphire, that means you have 500,000 in volume and sales, then you're going to get a €1,000 bonus. When you hit the Diamond level, that means you have $1 million in volume and sales, and you're going to get a €40,000 bonus. So I know for some people that's enough right there. So we'll just be like, okay, stop. I'm good. Let's get this thing moving. Because the other 6 levels, the money just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The bonuses just get better and better and better. So no reason to just keep going. But if you want to, like I said, the person that invited you, I'm sure they know this, backwards and forwards. But at the end of, these 12 listed, career levels, you will have earned, if you go through all of those, hitting the double gold diamond, over 4.5 million euros in bonuses alone, right? That's aside from your unilevel commissions. This is just bonuses. So definitely put your hard hat on and, get your saw and hammer and nails or whatever you need and go to work That's all I can say. Now, when you do go to work, there are some stars that they provide to you. We call those stars shares. All right. So in the bonus, or what we call the profit sharing, at the end of every month, there's going to be 10% of the revenues generated. They'll separate those out, see how many career levels are available, and divide that out. And that's how they come up with the amount per share. So if you have a Ruby level, you get 1 star, 1 share. That 1 share, let's say it's €100 per share, right? So if you're a Ruby level, you get €100. If you're a double Ruby, you get €200. If you're a Sapphire, you're going to get 10 shares or €1,000, right? These are bonuses. If you double Sapphire, you get €2,000 if it's 100 per share. And if you're a Diamond, you got 80 shares. That means that you get 80 times 100, and that gives you €8,000. Now, that all may sound good. Like you just got, bonuses, €9,000, €15,000, and all these bonuses, and you're like, okay, cool. Now I got another, if you're a Diamond, you got €8,000, but they don't stop there. They give you this for 6 months, right? And so when you really focus, get intentional, build your organization and start leading your team, then you'll get to a level where you're earning as a double Sapphire, maybe €2,000 extra every single month. If you're a Diamond, another €8,000 extra every single month, and so on and so on and so on. So that's the power of this particular program. I appreciate your attention. Definitely get with the person that invited you. Tell them that, look, I'm ready to go right now. Why are you still talking to me? Okay, I got some questions, but let me sign up first and then I'll ask those questions. Do whatever you got to do. Get your questions answered. If this presentation didn't answer all your questions, no problem. I'll give you a few minutes after the presentation. If you got questions, you can definitely ask me. Or like I said, the person that invited you probably has a very, very, very depth of knowledge on the program, and they will be happy to go one-on-one with you. But at the end of the day, find a place to get started, you know, take care of your future. And this is a good place to start. All right. So that is my presentation. I thank you for your attention, and on to Q&A.